Hey folks, this is Phil with PCS Photography. I know it's been a couple weeks or so since I've thrown something up on YouTube, but it's just been busy, and busy is a good problem to have. So, but I'm back, and this is giving me a couple weeks to think about content that I want to put up on YouTube, content that I want y'all to see, and content that hopefully everyone likes. But to get started, I just wanted to touch on my 35mm. This is my Canon 35mm f1.4. But this is the Generation 1 35mm f1.4 Canon, and this has become my favorite lens since I bought it. I was really debating, do I need a 35, just because I have my 24-70 f1.4 zoom lens, and that 35mm is in there. And then I also have a 17-35 f1.4 wide angle lens. So whenever I zoom in on that 17-35, I still got that 35mm focal length. But what I found myself doing, using the f1.4 at the 35mm focal length a lot. And I wanted to get that better bokeh in the background, a sharper image. So after a while, I debated and debated and searched and debated some more. Do I need to drop $1,000 to buy a used lens? Do I need to drop $2,000 to buy a brand new 35mm lens? And I ended up going to Facebook for sale or whatever it is, and got this in my local hometown of Gainesville. And the young lady had it priced at a decent price. And then about a month later, she dropped the price down. Had to have it. So I went ahead and met up with her at the local Sonic, and we had a nice little exchange about what we do for a living as far as photography and business and everything. And I got this lens, and I honestly, every day, I've used it every day. When it comes to the quality of this lens, it's fantastic. This thing can take a beating. It's got a couple dings on it, but nothing major. But it still focuses real fast. No issues with the autofocus. The little autofocus motor in there is, you can hear it just a little bit. But as soon as I throw a microphone on my camera, you can't hear it anymore. So it's not too bad at all. If you want to get a used lens, I recommend going with Canon if you have Canon, Sony if you have Sony. You know, keep it native if you can. But there are some third-party options that you can go with, like Sigma. And currently, right now, I'm using my Sigma Art 50mm. It's a fantastic lens. I love it to death. But if you can get a brand new Sigma in place of a Canon or Sony, then go with Sigma. They make fantastic lenses as well, particularly the Art series. Whenever I'm at a photo shoot for family, or whether I'm at a photo shoot for portraits, I work with a boutique. 9 times out of 10, I want to grab this 35mm lens. That way I can capture what's going on in the background. It's a wide focal length, and I can still really get that good bokeh feel and tack sharp on my model or subject. Whenever I'm filming, if you do any kind of filming, honestly, grab yourself a 35. It doesn't have to be the f1.4. You can get f1.8 or something different. But honestly, that 35mm is 9 times out of 10 what I film with. In the gym, outside, even in the house, in a small setting, you can use that 35mm. Gym photo shoots. I did probably my last 4 gym photo shoots solely with that lens. I don't think I changed from the 35 f1.4 at all. I've obviously changed my f-stop some, but no. The last photo shoot I did towards the end, I did go with my 24-70 there towards the end, just because I need a slightly wider focal length because of conditions. But no, this 35 is fantastic. It's my go-to now. I debated for probably 4 months on whether I needed a 35 mil, and I'm glad I did. The only regret I have is not buying it sooner. Now, if you are on a budget and you can't afford one of those fancy low f-stop lenses, you can always go with this Canon 40mm pancake lens. This is only like 130 bucks on Amazon. It's not very big. It's actually rather small. It's very low profile on your camera. It fits APS-C or full framed. I can throw this on my 6D and just go, and it works great. It's still an f.2, f2.8. But that's, you know, if you're on a budget, that's a good alternative, because that 40mm compared to 35 isn't that much of a difference. But man, I can't tell you how many times I have grabbed this 35mm and said, thank God I have this. Yeah, this is my favorite lens. I could probably get rid of a few lenses in my bag, as long as I still have that and still be completely satisfied. But no, going back to bang for your buck, go ahead and grab yourself a quality 35mm lens that you're going to make an investment into your small business as a photographer, or just even as a hobbyist. I can't tell you how many times I am so thankful I grabbed that 35mm lens. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a great week. Look forward to some more content here coming shortly. I'll be talking about some drones. I'll be talking about some gym photo shoots with my lighting, and I'll be talking about filming in a gym setting, and some tips and tricks that you can use to possibly get exactly what you're looking for in some videos. So y'all have a great one. This is Phil from PCS Photography. Also, don't forget, make sure you hit that like button, and if you feel free, subscribe. Tell some friends about this, and share it if you want.